shrimp aren't good.
There we go.
Nicole said they're not good. Okay. Is this the transmission?
The transmission. What do you mean?
Is it different?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, let's talk about shrimp. The oil spill that occurred from April to September of 2010 left 5 million barrels of oil in the Gulf of Mexico. Since the level of contamination was so extensive, it makes me wonder if it is safe to consume Gulf shrimp. The Food and Drug Administration reopened the waters to fishing the following October and has since deemed it safe to eat the seafood from the Gulf. However, there are some scientists that say it may not be safe. Shrimp are a part of my regular diet, as they are for many people that live along the Gulf Coast. And unfortunately, they are very vulnerable to oil-related contamination. Therefore, it is important to know how the government determines the risk of consuming Gulf shrimp. I would feel much better knowing that my fried shrimp will pose no adverse effects the next time I take a bite. Today I will present information that I obtained about the safety of shrimp post the Gulf Coast oil spill. First, I will explain the physiology of shrimp, then the effect that oil and dispersant contamination has on shrimp, followed by the safety of consumption, and lastly, the future of shrimp. They are invertebrate marine animals that belong to the subphylum Crustacea. The only way that they are able to rid their bodies of waste is by the movement of their appendages through water. Their simple body plans further explain why they are vulnerable to pollution. The safety of shrimp has stirred up controversy between scientists and government agencies. However, the Food and Drug Administration has made several attempts to explain to the public that it is safe to consume Gulf harvested seafood. Statements such as the public should not be concerned with the safety of seafood and that the risk assessment of PAHs is acceptable appears throughout their website. Polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons, or PAHs, are various aromatic compounds found in oil. They are extremely difficult to break down in the environment, which means they can accumulate in the tissues of marine life. Gina Solomon states that due to their invertebrate nature of shrimp and their less advanced filtering system, they will have difficulty clearing their systems of dangerous PAHs. The other factor besides oil that could pose a risk to shrimp safety are the dispersants that were used to break up the oil. Dispersants can break down more easily in the environment than PAHs, and therefore accumulation is not a major concern. The total effect of dispersants on shrimp has yet to be fully understood, because the Gulf Coast oil spill was the first time they were used in such large quantities. To strengthen consumer confidence in Gulf seafood, the FDA has detects DOSS, a major component of dispersants used in the Gulf. It was actually found that shrimp samples showed no detectable residue reported from NOAA.gov. The major cause for concern, however, are PAHs because of the persistence and ability to cause cancer. The way the government protects us from consuming food from contaminated waters is by shutting down the area that was polluted. Two methods are used to determine if the areas are safe for fishing or not. First, the sensory test is conducted by a panel of experts, which a certain species is evaluated in both the raw and cooked forms. In order for waters to be reopened, 70% of the panel must agree that there is no detectable dispersant or petroleum odor present in the sample. Once the first criteria have been cleared, a chemical test is conducted. Samples are evaluated to determine if harmful levels of PAHs are present. If harmful levels are found in the samples, the site from which the sample was collected will remain closed. Although the FDA has reopened most of the oil-affected waters to fishing, the waters still remain highly contaminated with trace chemicals and oil remnants. Testing is expected to continue for quite some time. It is very necessary, according to Gina Solomon, because PAHs will degrade over time. However, the time that it takes to degrade depends on various factors. And in one case, off the coast of France, PAHs were detected 8 years after the spill. This is not necessarily the case in the Gulf, however. As a result of this discussion, I hope everyone has a better understanding about the safety of Gulf shrimp. PAHs are nasty oil-derived compounds that are hard to get rid of, and they can unfortunately penetrate the tissues of shrimp. If you have any further questions about the safety of Gulf shrimp, contact me via email at cecilytart@gmail.com or visit noaa.gov.